We mentor starting out from day one. We want to make sure that the kids that we have on staff, we are giving them the guidance that they need all the way along, and if they want to move up into the management level, we're providing them the tools that are necessary.
Well, I think mentoring, the role that it plays in our business is it helps us grow stronger leaders. When you mentor somebody within your own four walls, they take more care of your business and what's going on inside, and they take care of your people as well.
Mentoring is teaching the skills that I learn and passing it down, so when they're ready to do what I do, I've taught them everything that they can.
The management team keeps an eye on our new employees, and as they start developing, we then offer a training program to be part of the training team, and then after the training team they can move on into mid-management and then all the way up to management if that's their desire.
Some of the specific things that I think I do to help mentor team members is just taking the time to have one-on-ones with them and learn about them, learn about what excites them, learn what makes them tick, I guess. Not everybody is motivated by the same types of things, and you got to learn each person's kind of personality and let that thrive.
I try and use my life lessons that I have learned and help with certain things that maybe are going on at home or in the restaurant. I think there's always little tidbits that you can add into somebody's life, even if it's in the restaurant business or something at home or with schooling or anything like that.
We try and prepare the younger kids for real life experience. We start them at 14 and 15, which is not common in most restaurant situations, but we work with them and teach them life skills so that we can prepare them for what the future is going to bring, prepare them for what life will give them at one point in their life, teach them you can grow and you can develop and you can become the person that you want to be at a Culver's.
I think it's important to provide mentoring to our staff, regardless if they're going to continue on in our industry or not. The cool thing about the restaurant industry is we're teaching those basic fundamentals, eye contact, talking to people, working as a team, and those skills are going to help them no matter what job or what career path they take.
We want to work with these young kids. There's been several that I've wanted to say bye-bye to, but we just continue to work with them, and some of them have moved up the ranks as far as our first assistants. And those were the ones who started out at 14 years old.
Between the two locations, I have probably about 17 to 20 managers that I have to make time for and that need me on a regular basis. And you have to put a plan in place and you have to act out the plan. It's the only way. It's not easy. It's difficult when you're being pulled in a million directions. But the most important part of the business is to take care of your people and be there for your people. Everything else will kind of fall into place after that.
The two people I would love to bring a note to would be Maggie Cower and Amanda Mahalik. Maggie started with me here in Darboy 19 years ago, and she was attending the Fox Valley Technical College for her culinary arts degree, and she just had the drive, she had the purpose, she had the will, she had the passion. And so I took that very seriously with her, and we worked each step all the way through, all the way up to her now being an owner. Another individual that we worked with through the years is Amanda, and we are so proud of her because she will be opening the Little Chute location later this fall. Again, she came up, she showed the desire and the passion, and when you've got that in a staff member, you know not to let that go. You need to work with them daily to get them on track and keep them on track to be that owner that they're wanting to be and you're wanting to be.
So I think we have kind of it's a unique, fun story. Glenda was my mentor. She kind of took me under her wing and taught me all those basic fundamental skills I've needed. And then once she kind of set me free to run my own business, I was able to mentor Amanda. And Amanda I actually hired when she was 14. so about 15 years ago, and I've been able to take her under my wing, and Glenda and I being very different, but I've learned so much from her. I've been able to take some of that and share it with Amanda to mentor her, as well as kind of give her my own tips and tricks as well. And it's kind of a cool success story because in a few short weeks, Amanda will be opening her own restaurant, and I'll be able to set her free. And hopefully she'll be able to find kind of the next person in our line of succession to mentor. So I met Glenda when I was 18, fresh out of high school. I was just working at Culver's as my kind of job to get through college. I knew I wanted to be in the restaurant industry, but I didn't think Culver's was it. And I don't think there was a definitive moment where Glenda said, "I'm going to be your mentor." And once I kind of had learned and matured a little bit, and then I understood the process, and I understood like she is my mentor. She kind of has taught me the basic skills of being a business person and that side of the business. Operations is something I've just always been naturally very good at and like doing, but I needed a little polishing on the other end. So she did that for me, polished me up.
Well, I started in 2005. Maggie hired me when I was 14 for a different Culver's restaurant. She hired me in the women's restroom because it was still being built. So fun little fact on that. And really I've just kind of stuck around, and she always told me that if I wanted to own my own and this is my path and this is what I wanted to do, she would help me. So we worked for years on what I needed to work on, what I needed to do. And then when we opened our Little Chute location is when I became the GM, and she kind of let me have the reins on doing it. And now I have the luxury of opening my own.
Well, being mentored myself kind of has built a good foundation. I didn't come from a long line of entrepreneurs, so I was fortunate to find a mentor that has taught me how to be a business person, a leader, and those type of fundamental skills you're not going to learn going to school. You need to learn from somebody that's gone through it.
Maggie mentored me based on Glenda mentoring Maggie, so they kind of call us the three generations at corporate sometimes. So it's kind of nice, it's kind of cool, but you kind of create that family bond between the three of us.
One of my mentors would be Lee Culver. She was inspirational to me because I watched her as I was living in the Sauk City area when I went into the restaurant. She was taking wonderful care of the guests, and she was also taking great pride and care behind the counter with her own employees. She was really leading and guiding and coaching them.
I think mentoring benefits the business, in any business. It just gets you to keep growing and getting new faces, new ideas, a different look on things. May not be the way you would think it would go, but if someone has a different idea and you try it and it works, that's a great tool and asset.
So the unique thing about Culver's and just the mentoring program, it benefits your business because you're growing somebody from within your team. You don't have an outside person coming in, and it's hard to teach that. It's hard to teach the heart of the business when you're just an outside person coming in. We've learned from the bottom up and have been given those skills.
I think to be a better mentor to your staff personally is you have to have it in your heart. You want to see these people succeed and grow with you and develop to possibly take over your position. And that's the greatest gift you could ever ask for.
I think it's very important to mentor your employees. They are your future. They are there day in and day out for you. And it's always great to be able to step back for a little bit and let them run the show for you.
I hired Amanda when she was 14, and I think I kind of always knew she had that spunk. I knew she was a lot like me in sense, and I didn't know at that time that she was going to be with me for the long haul. But I think after, she was done with high school, 5-6 years, like I knew she had a passion for what she was doing, and I knew I needed to invest time into her and teach her the skills. And one of the worst mistakes that a mentor or a leader can make is not sharing their skills because maybe they're afraid someone might be better than them. But it's just the total opposite. The more you teach other people, the more you can grow and they can grow along with you, and you just become more successful.